You lost your temper with your baby. Maybe it was last night. Maybe it was this morning. Maybe it was 3 weeks ago and you still haven't stopped thinking about it. You raised your voice, you tensed up, you put them down harder than you meant to. And the second it happened, you felt it. That wave of shame so fast and so heavy it took your breath away. And now there's a question you've been too afraid to Google. What did I just do to them? I'm going to answer that question honestly. All of it, the part that will scare you and the part that will save you. Because there are two things that are both completely true at the same time. Your anger affects your baby's brain in ways that are measurable, real, and more significant than most parents know. And the repair, what you do after, matters more than the rupture itself. Both of those things are true. Hold both of them. Here's what the science actually says. Your baby cannot understand your words, but their brain understands everything else. Before they can sit up, before they can roll over, before they can do a single thing the milestone charts are tracking, your baby's nervous system is running one program constantly without pause. Is this person safe? That's it. That's the whole program. And it runs on signals you don't even know you're sending. The tension in your jaw, the speed of your movements, the pitch of your voice when something goes wrong. Your baby's brain is reading all of it and filing the answer. Now here's where the science gets important. Deep inside your baby's skull sits a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. This is the brain's alarm system. Its entire job is to detect threat and fire the stress response. And here is the finding that changes everything. A 2025 University of Edinburgh study measured cortisol, the primary stress hormone, in mothers and then scanned their infants' brains using MRI. What they found was precise and alarming. Elevated stress hormone levels in the caregiver were directly linked to structural changes in the infant's amygdala. Not behavioral changes, not mood changes, structural, physical. The architecture of the alarm system itself was being shaped by the emotional environment around it. Think about what that means. Your baby's brain is not just responding to your anger in the moment, it is being built around it. Every time your nervous system floods with stress, theirs does too. Every time your voice carries anger, their amygdala registers threat. And an amygdala that registers threat repeatedly, in the place that is supposed to be the safest place in the world, begins to wire itself for a world that isn't safe. That wiring doesn't disappear when you calm down. It stays. In 1975, a developmental psychologist named Edward Tronick ran one of the most disturbing experiments in the history of infant research. He asked mothers to interact normally with their babies, smiling, talking, responding. The babies lit up, engaged, reached out. Then Tronick asked the mothers to do one thing. Go completely still, blank face, no expression, no response, just presence without attunement. Within seconds, the babies tried everything they knew. They pointed, they vocalized. They smiled harder, desperately trying to get the face they knew back. When nothing worked, they collapsed. They turned away, they curled inward, some began to cry. Some went blank themselves, mimicking the emptiness they were receiving. The experiment lasted 2 minutes. 2 minutes of emotional absence. Not anger, not yelling, just blankness. And the babies showed measurable physiological stress responses. Cortisol rose, heart rate elevated. The nervous system treated emotional withdrawal the same way it treated physical threat. Now understand what this means for anger. Anger is not blankness. Anger is the opposite. It is an overwhelming, unpredictable signal that floods every channel your baby uses to feel safe. Their face reading system, their sound processing system, their body tension radar. All of it fires at once, all of it says the same thing. Something is wrong, and I cannot fix it. That is what your anger communicates to your baby's brain, not through words, not through intent, but through every channel of their nervous system simultaneously. Stop, because this is the part that matters most. Tronick didn't just run the still face experiment, he ran the recovery. After 2 minutes of blankness, the mothers returned to normal, warm, responsive, present. And the babies? They recovered almost completely, within minutes. And when Tronick studied what made some babies more resilient than others, more able to recover, more able to trust again after disruption, he found something that overturned everything the parenting world thought it knew. It wasn't the absence of rupture that built secure attachment. It was the presence of repair. The babies who developed the strongest, most secure emotional foundations were not the ones who had never experienced their parents' anger or stress or disconnection. They were the ones whose parents came back, who repaired, who returned to warmth after the rupture, and in doing so taught their baby's nervous system something no amount of perfect parenting ever could. Connection breaks and it comes back. That lesson learned through rupture and repair is what builds a nervous system that can handle the real world. Stress hormones released during rupture. But when the repair happens and the relationship is re-established, the stress response resolves. And over time this cycle actually tones the nervous system, makes it stronger, more flexible, more resilient. The research is unambiguous on this point. Chronic rupture without repair, that is what causes lasting harm. A single moment of anger followed by genuine repair does not damage your baby, it teaches them something profound. That even when things break they can be fixed. And the remarkable thing is, you already know how to do it. Your instinct after the rupture is repair. Your body is already trying. Here is how to let it. Picture this. A father sits on the floor of his baby's room after the storm has passed. The house is quiet. He doesn't say anything yet. He just gets low, lowers himself to his baby's level, and stays. That moment of shared stillness before a single word is spoken. That is not weakness. That is the most neurologically powerful thing he could do in that moment. That is repair beginning. So here is what it looks like, not in theory. Tonight. First, regulate yourself before you re-engage. You cannot repair from inside a flooded nervous system. Take the breath, drop the shoulders, give it 60 seconds. Your baby needs your calm more than they need your speed. Second, return with your body before your words. Get low, get close, slow your movements down. Your baby's nervous system will register the shift before you say a single thing. The repair begins in your body, not your mouth. Third, name what happened simply. Not a speech, not an explanation, something close to, I was loud, I'm sorry, you're safe. 3 sentences. That's enough. Your baby doesn't need the full story. They need the signal. The rupture is over. Fourth, stay. Don't rush away after the repair. Sit with them. Let the nervous system settle together. The research on co-regulation shows that the calming happens in the shared stillness after the storm, not just in the words during it. That is repair. That is the cycle that builds secure attachment, not the absence of hard moments, the presence of someone who comes back from them. So here is what we know. Your anger affects your baby's brain. The amygdala records it. The nervous system responds to it. The architecture of their emotional world is being shaped by the emotional weather inside your home. And your repair rebuilds it every single time. The rupture is not the end of the story. The repair is the story. Now, if this video opened something in you, there are 2 videos already on this channel that connect directly to what you just heard. The first is called 7 Mistakes New Parents Make That Silently Damage Your Baby's Brain. And mistake number 7 in that video is the one that will hit hardest after what you just learned here. The second is our Chinese parenting video, which covers co-regulation in depth and gives you the exact tools to stay regulated before you ever reach the breaking point. Watch either one next, they're both right here. And if this video gave you something, hit that subscribe button. This channel exists for one reason: to give you the neuroscience behind your baby's development, clearly without the noise. New video every 3 days. And before you go, one last thing. The fact that you watched this video, the fact that you felt that shame when it happened, the fact that you wanted to know, that is not the behavior of a bad parent. That is the behavior of someone who is trying. And trying in the end is what repair is made of.